Meru, plant one tree, fly to Busia, plant a second tree. And many people wondered, is that prudent use of taxpayers' money just because there's availability of choppers?
I mean, my view would be that whoever is scheduling those diaries for the public servants of rank, they need to be aware that the usage has to be efficient and effective. So that if you're going to plant trees in one part of Kenya and you need to be in another part of Kenya, then you consider the time difference so that there is the efficient use of taxpayer resources. But it's the case that most public servants of rank, they don't care about efficient use of public resources. And there is this almost derogatory language used that pesa sio ya mamako. So if it's not your mother's money, then you can misuse as you deem fit. But Joe has raised a fundamental issue here. If you're running your own private business and you're using your company resources, you can use your chopper as you deem fit. You can even hold a birthday party in the sky using your choppers because those are your private resources. Now, the reason why choppers in Kenya are associated with politicians, that a normal politician who on a normal day cannot afford a cup of tea or a cup of coffee like this, but as soon as they're sworn into office, then all of a sudden, they're jumping from one place to another using taxpayers' resources in the name of hiring choppers. And I think that is the only issue we have. That when you've been given responsibility by Kenyans to take care of their taxes, do not misuse these taxes in the name of opulence, in the name of displaying arrivism. Because you notice as soon as they win an election, the first time they get into a chopper is they go to their village for homecoming, where they want to pronounce themselves as the new lions in town. I think that is the issue that people have against the choppers. And then as Mheshimiwa has indicated, maybe we need to review those documents carefully to find out whether or not the government is actually wanting chopper services for a particular financial period, or whether in fact they're buying. Now, if they're buying, then that would be a mistake because again, as the captain has indicated, there may be no merit in buying. And then also we look at
the details is the National Treasury has invited sealed tenders for the provision of services, i.e. provision of chartered helicopter services. So they're not buying.
Yeah, yes, obviously now they're not buying.
Leasing, yeah.
Yeah. Then now the next thing we need to establish is how many financial periods. Is it going all the way to 2027, 28? And then also Joe has indicated there are politicians who are assigned GK assets. They do not use GK assets for campaign. But when you go granular, you discover that all these cabinet secretaries, principal secretaries, some of them are already on campaign mode using GK vehicles. Not just only vehicles. They use taxpayer resources to come up with billboards all over town. Sometimes the cost of a billboard is much higher than the cost of the project. Somebody goes and launches a project of 500,000, but you see 10 billboards. Even some governors have been accused. They spend more money in launching a project than the actual launch. And the gentleman on my left, they need to come up with a legislation. If you drive through Nairobi, the images you see of elected leaders, this road brought to you by an MCA, this road brought to you by a governor, this road brought to you by somebody else. So you begin to wonder, has this road been financed by taxpayer resources, or is these governors and MCAs who have sold their cows and goats to finance this? Right. In my view, we need a legislation to bar politicians from plastering their images and faces all over. Okay. Even some of the posters you see on social media about government projects and achievements, these are cabinet secretaries, principal secretaries, all of them are competing. So you wonder, when you see this poster, are you supposed to see the image of this office holder or the actual success story that they're telling us?
Okay. But Gakuya, there's